Welcome to Unlimited Lives. This is your host, TJ. This is a full room. We have my buddy Ian, cousin Ian from the TV show.
I'm Ian. You got it right.
Joe Harari.
What's going on, guys?
And our new friend, Abby Russell.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, Abby.
Is there any way to lower this microphone, by the way?
Oh, lower it?
Yes.
maybe
Yeah,
rate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'll stop slouching as much.
Yeah.
Just
I'm gonna get the arms that like clamp on, and then like you can just like,
Okay, there
do
you
that.
go.
Ooh, you could all sit. We could all
Like sit back and get it, like bring it in.
I'm in a good slouching
So
chair.
tell me, TJ.
Good
yeah.
evening. Welcome to the show, everyone. What a fun. We have a
Can we
really.
turn it upside down like a rockabilly?
Yes, you can. Turn the mics upside
Get our
down.
Fraser crane on.
Everyone get your Fraser Crane on. Welcome to the show, Abby. Thanks for coming. You are, what do you do?
I
know.
work for a website called Giant Bomb. I am an associate producer for that website, and it is a website about video games.
Yes.
Very cool.
So we do live streams, we do podcasts, we
Nice.
do video reviews,
Nice.
Also some written work as well.
Ooh,
You can check it all out at giantbomb.com.
nice. And also, you do comedy,
Yes.
which is great.
Stand up or sketch, improv.
Improv, characters, and some sketch.
Very cool. Where do you
Nice.
perform usually?
Usually at the Magnet Theater.
Right on. Let's go to a show sometime.
That'd
I've
be
seen
great.
it. They're phenomenal. Abby's a real shining star on the team.
thank you so
She-Wolf,
much.
That's one of the best teams at the theater. and-
Oh,
You're too kind.
Abby's a
Ian,
real
we had a
star.
show together yesterday.
Well,
Also
you guys had a show. We had a
I know.
shit show.
You guys were all drunk, but it was very fun.
Someone on our team is moving to LA as of like very
Sorry for your loss.
yeah, so sorry. Hey,
like
listen.
immediately. I feel like she announced it and it was like, yeah, in a week I'm moving.
Yeah, it was.
So
it was
weird.
that fast of a turnaround because I talked to
So
her like
sudden.
last Friday and she was
It's always
like,
so sudden.
Ian, I just want to let you know, like, I'm free. Okay. If, I'm just kidding. 'Cause the guy that doesn't know how improv teams work,
No,
I'm
I-
free. You just add
Yeah.
me.
I know what you're insinuating, and good
Great.
to know.
Great. I would love to.
No, thank
So you guys do like a lot of like produced pieces and stuff at Giant Bomb, like live streaming you mentioned.
Live streaming, yeah. I mean, what do you mean produced pieces?
Well, I mean, like live streaming
mean?
stuff, like
Yes.
like what a bigger operation than what we have.
Sure,
So
yes.
how often do you guys run into technical difficulties when live streaming?
All the time.
Isn't it insane?
good.
So it's like it
It
just
never ends. It's all the
it's
time.
constant.
Yeah.
So weird.
So like we'll be doing the show. I don't know if you watched it, the Unlimited Lives TV show, and like the
Oh,
chat
every
will
day,
just
of
light
course.
up. It's every Monday, so
No
I know
one
you're lying now.
watches.
Unless you
I just watch it
unless
on
I'm
repeat, yeah.
Great, that's good.
I'm
The
so
VOD.
I am so sorry. But like the chat will just light up like can't hear you guys.
Oh,
I'm like
yeah.
we know. We're just gonna keep going. This is for us,
yeah.
not for you anymore.
It's a constant thing. And every time Joe takes
Someone's
a.
buzzing, the wire's loose. Oh,
It's always. Anytime Joe
This
tries.
isn't funny. Is my favorite complaint.
This
that the show
is
that's-
it?
Yeah.
That is true.
That
this
is
is
a real
just
a
technical
technical
difficulty.
I'm like we don't know what the problem is.
Whenever Joe tries, he hears.
No disassemble.
Yeah.
Is that the
What?
surprise
I
for
add
me?
it to the soundboard.
Do it again for me.
No disassemble.
It's Johnny Five from Short Circuit.
Okay.
Yeah, me and him were just
the best.
we got on a whole like loop the other day where we were just talking to
Johnny
each other.
Five.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see it? You didn't see it?
You never saw
I
Short
don't know what
Circuit?
that is.
It's
Oh,
about
man.
the military industrial complex, and they're producing these crazy robots. One gets hit by lightning and realizes it can love.
He sent
And
it.
then
Is this a recent movie?
it's an 80s movie.
Okay, that
86.
checks out.
Yeah, and it got into a lot of heat because the main scientist is an Indian gentleman played by a white guy.
Classic.
So yeah,
the best.
really, yeah,
It's the best.
that's probably the most famous thing in the movie now.
Yeah.
It's a good like double feature with Gremlins. So like Short Circuit 1 and Gremlins 1 work well together, and Gremlins 2 and Short Circuit 2 work well together.
guess
So if
that's
that's how you should watch them.
If
Gremlins
you
1
want to.
yeah.
Great. I
Watch
mean,
it.
sounds like I'm contracted in at this point.
Yeah.
You should watch it every day.
That's
like
6
you do
hours. That's 6 hours of movies you need to
The
watch.
TV show. The same thing. Yeah, I was very excited for that.
No,
So there's a lot of gaming news that goes on in
the gaming.
the gaming sphere. And yeah, I'm going to bring up some. So this is going to be good news for us, sad news for Cousin Ian. But the Zelda Link's Awakening Game Boy Classic from '93 is getting remade for Switch.
Woo!
Oh, bad. I lost my Switch in the lift last night. So, yeah.
Not cool.
I don't know
Well,
if
by the
viewers
time it
did.
comes out, you'll probably have a new one.
Yeah.
Did you write your name on the back, like if lost, like
It's
the
on
kids
a-
do with their backpack?
It's on a piece of masking tape, but yeah, it's on the
On
back.
the back?
Yeah.
Did you write your old home address in Albany that you have it?
I wrote the E's backwards because I had done the spell so good.
So that's a great idea because someone's like, this child lost the Switch.
Yeah. I'm in first grade. I lost my Switch. What can I do?
Did
Mama
you guys?
said not to bring it to school, but I did. Uh-oh.
Oh, you're not allowed to bring those to school. I heard Switchies.
Yeah.
I heard they're using like Yonder pouches in schools now. You know what those are?
No. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
yes, I do.
So
'cause
when
I-
you go
I
to see
saw-
like Jack White or
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, when
or
you
Pete
check,
Holmes.
Pete Holmes makes you do them too
Or
now.
no, Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson,
Yeah.
yeah, he does them. So whenever you go, you have to like put your phone in this little
Mm-hmm.
pouch that like magnetically seals like a clothing tag would.
Yeah.
And like kids have to put their phones in some schools now.
Yeah.
And-
I mean,
Wow.
it makes sense. I will
Yeah.
say this is sort of it's kind of related, but when I was in school, I took this art class and the teacher was like very new and she wasn't doing a particularly good job. So this one kid who would always play is like PSP during class.
What grade was this, by the way?
This was probably like 9th grade,
Okay.
I want to say. So one day she was like, I'm confiscating your PSP, and she like put it on the TV stand, and then like never gave it back to him.
Criminal.
And then he left and like
Forgot his PSP. Yeah.
she's like, I thought you took it, and he's like, no, it was like stolen. He never got it back.
Did
She's,
she
like,
beat all the
terrible.
games?
Yeah. She just
yeah,
wanted to
she
play God of
stole
War.
It.
She's done beat all the
She's a
games.
professional gamer now.
Yeah. She has the high score in
Yeah.
Luminous.
Do you know what's funny about PSP? In college, I brought my PSP when I was working for the admissions office, and we had like a big assembly, and I put it in my book bag in the back office in this like assembly hall, and then someone stole it.
Yeah.
And then,
People still think.
dude, I couldn't believe it because
I think it was
in-
a friend of yours. That's
Well,
the
that's-
only person that would know.
That's what I think. And then everyone in the admissions office chipped in to rebuy me a new one.
Oh, that's very nice.
That was very nice. And then I
great.
sold it a year later. Didn't tell him.
Wow.
Gym
PSP
keeper
kinda sucked.
The gym teacher walks into like the lounge and he's like, "Oh, we're raising money for TJ." Like, why?
Yeah. Well, I was also 21 years old in college, so everyone was like, "Isn't that a child's toy?" And I'm like, "I lost my PSP."
It was also, it was amazing. What do you mean it was garbage?
I don't, because I sold it and bought it 3 times.
Yeah, I did that twice with a PSP.
There's there was like some good games, then they'd have a drought of 8 months, and then
and like one of them had dead pixels, so I had to return that one and get a new one.
Axles.
I cracked my PSP. I lived a year in China, and I had a cracked PSP, and I played like 50 million games on it. No, it was the
Did
best.
you?
It was the
I thought you
best year
actually
of my
you
life.
dropped it. I thought
No,
you
no,
did.
like we hacked it. or
Yeah, I
cracked
thought
it,
the same
whatever.
thing.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay, busted screen.
Yeah, that
stopped
thing
it,
that
like-
thing was the best for just stealing games.
We were in
Oh, yeah.
because like we were like traveling, and we were in Vietnam, and there was just a store up that says we'll crack your PSP for you, and like
All
it's
right.
like at that point I'm like I don't know how to
How
do
much
that.
did you pay for it?
It was like $3.
Three
I know,
baht.
it's so cheap.
Something so preposterously
Yeah.
cheap, and the guy goes, "Yeah, come back in an hour, and we'll have it cracked, and we'll like upload like 1,600 games onto it with like
it's
this,
awesome.
like memory stick." So like that was how I spent that year.
Yeah, but then you can never update it.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, no
But
one
who
cares. Yeah, who
cares?
cares?
Yeah.
You're never like, uh-oh, I guess I can't update Final Fantasy
Did you guys
VII.
try the PSP Vita?
Yeah, I had the
Yes.
Vita.
I
It's
bought-
not a
do.
PSP Vita, it's just the
Oh,
PS
the PlayStation Vita. Sorry, yeah. I bought one just
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can do like the remote play on it, and
Yeah.
it just did not work well, and I just returned it.
Oh, that's B.
Oh, I loved my Vita for like all the indie games.
Yes,
That's what
yeah.
I,
that's
like
it.
having a Vita and having a PlayStation and also having PS Plus was like, well, I just get like a ton of
You
free
get, like,
games. basically
Hotline
for
Miami
it.
every
yeah,
month.
exactly.
Yeah, I had Borderlands 2 on it.
Oh yeah, I played like.
Oh.
That's pretty
Dream.
cool.
It's good, but you can't play with the
Can't see
The little
it.
nubs.
with the little
You have to
nubs.
use
Did not
touch
play
screen
well, I
as like
know.
the
Dude.
L2 and R2 equivalent.
I
of the-
appreciated what it was trying to do. It's a
So
cool
do I.
piece of hardware.
Well, I have
Yeah, it was
I still
robust,
have
yeah.
mine.
You still have your
I never
Vita?
touch it. but
I
yeah.
have the grip, the
Oh, like-
trigger grip attachments for the Vita for
Oh.
Borderlands.
For your
oh,
little,
they did not
for your
work.
mitts.
Yeah, they were my big ham hands. They they did not work. It wouldn't. It was never responsive.
But so the Switch is like now taking over that space of like indie handheld console,
Yeah.
which that's what I use it mostly for. My
The
Switch.
Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what. Let's stop rubbing it in. Like,
That's
guys,
what
this
I
is poor kid.
used to use it
Oh,
for.
Jesus.
I found one in an Uber the other night. It was weird.
Whoa,
yeah.
did you sell it immediately? That's what I would have done.
No, I make my Switch and that one kiss
Oh,
when
cool.
I get home.
Aw.
Yeah, they have a whole family
I'm
now.
just so happy it's definitely not mine because I took a Lyft and not an Uber. So.
No, okay. So.
Oh, burn. You know, guys, we should all chip in and buy Ian a new Switch.
I'm gonna sell it.
Yes.
I'm gonna sell it in a year.
No, don't.
I'm gonna-
Don't be a dick. Did
No
you guys,
disassemble.
yeah. Did you guys ever play the?
No disassemble.
No. Is also Evan's headphones good? That's not
Yeah,
too loud.
we're good. Yeah.
I don't want to blow anyone's ears out with fun things like that. Mine's pretty loud. Anyway, did anyone play Link's Awakening?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
played
my-
it through 2 or 3 times at least.
That's my favorite Zelda game.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
a really good
What's your
one.
favorite
That's
one?
my I got it on Game Boy Color when
Yeah.
it first came out. My brother bought it for me.
No, you got when it first came out. Game
No,
Boy
no,
Color was
DX.
not
Excuse
out.
me. Sorry,
Okay,
Link's
okay.
Awakening DX.
Okay.
Woo, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was Game Boy Classic.
It was Game Boy Classic, and they put out one with an extra dungeon that was called the Color Dungeon.
DX. Yeah. So my brother,
Oh.
I came home from school, had it waiting, and an Auntie Anne's pretzel. So you must have went to the
Hell
mall.
yeah.
He
What
went to the mall to
kind
get
of
it.
awesome life is that?
I don't know, man. It was dope.
I'd love to come home. Someone's like, "Here's a gift and a
Ironically,
pretzel."
he took it and then played the whole game before I was able to play it. So I don't
That's
know.
why he got it.
Yeah, strange.
And he's like, "I'm gonna save you a pretzel, though."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Cool."
Yeah, but that's like my favorite Zelda game.
Is it?
Hmm?
Do you,
Yeah,
what
there's a
about
lot
you
of
guys,
cool
Abby?
stuff.
I think I love probably Link Between Worlds, that 3DS.
Oh,
I
that one
agree.
is so good.
one's
I
so
was
good.
ready to hate on it.
It's so good.
Yeah, because
I love
you-
it.
Yeah, I agree. I like
I
that
gotta
one.
go classic. I gotta go to Link to the Past.
Link to the Past is very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love that one. Love
Very
Link to the
good.
Past.
I never played the Oracle or Seasons games, so I'm kind of hoping
They're okay. I did. I couldn't get
people
into
love
them.
them. So
They're
I'm
just
hoping that
remixed
this
Link's
like
Awakening.
resurges like a remake.
I'll tell you what
Right.
one I hate. I'm gonna get a lot of heat
Breath
on
of
this
the
one.
Wild.
What? No, Ocarina of Time.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
yeah,
You're just
me
being a
too.
troll.
No, I hated it.
No, I hated it
Why
too.
do you hate it?
Because I hated having to I got anxiety every time the time. So
That's
I don't
That's
like.
Majora's
Majora's
Mask.
Mask, you fucking noob.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
She's right.
And you don't know the song of halftime to make it go like.
All right, guys, enjoy the show. I'm gonna leave. Thank you.
I also think Majora's Mask is a much better play on the 3DS because they fixed
That's
a lot of
exactly-
the saving issues.
that- I
like,
can-
play it on the 3DS. Don't play
I
it
couldn't
was
play it on
Majora's-
64.
Oh, I feel stupid because of Majora's Mask with the time thing.
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ocarina of Time was pretty good.
I did hate Ocarina of Time, and I hated it because I didn't have an N64, and the only time I played it is I went over to my friend's place and be like, "Oh, do you want to play Zelda?" And then he'd sit down and play Zelda in front of me, and I'd be
I
bored out
changed
of
my
mind.
answer.
Oh,
Wind
I
Waker is my
hated it.
number one.
Oh,
Awakenings
I do love Wind
2.
Waker.
Yeah. I like all the 3DS ones.
And
Link
then
Between Worlds, I like
Link
a lot.
Between
Wind
Worlds
Waker
is
was
4.
actually on GameCube.
Yeah.
TJ.
And then,
And it also
then
Wii
came
U,
out on the Wii U.
You
which
know.
was awesome because you get the Swift set.
Guys, video games, am I right? I don't know
Why are you
anything.
sweating so much?
What? What do you mean?
It's
Is
disgusting.
anyone thirsty in here?
No, we're all parched. Not parched.
We're all
you know,
parched.
Satiated.
Quenched.
Quenched. Thank you.
I just want to say, did we like Breath of the Wild?
I hated it.
Oh
Hated
my
it.
god.
Hated
I
it.
liked
Loved
it.
it.
I
I
liked it a
love
lot.
that game.
Yeah.
It
It's-
just didn't
it's
want
a
to be loved.
It's a departure from the series.
I liked
though,
it.
right?
Listen, I think it's a good idea to try new things, but like
There's
I wanted
an-
more dungeons. I wanted less
Yeah.
exploration. The weapons breaking, I get it, but like it just wasn't for me. It didn't jive with me.
Ian
But
hated
I
the
respect
climbing.
people
I'm
who
on the
love
same
it.
Side. Like I there's everything about it is hitting like the things that don't appeal to me about video games. So like people who love it, I'm like, yeah, I understand, but like it's not what I want.
Heavy emphasis on crafting meals and stuff wasn't for me.
But the music when you make stuff.
That was fun. I like the little animation. Yeah, it was fun.
I just wasn't into the giant cooking. Like there was a cooking trend.
Yeah, it was a simulator.
Final
cooking
Fantasy
simulator.
14. No. 15?
The one with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, the road trip one.
Hey, where it's like cook a meal before you go fight.
Monster
I'm like,
Hunter
I'm not-
World has that.
Whatever.
Oh,
I don't want to
not a
cook.
fan.
I don't want to cook. I just want to fight.
I played Cooking Mama a fair amount. That's a good game.
Beta tested that game.
Yeah.
You beta tested Cooking Mama?
Cooking Mama rules.
Dude.
Psychonauts,
Cooking
Cooking Mama.
Yeah.
Psychonauts?
Yeah. Blood Rain 2.
Impressive.
Yeah, not really. I didn't get paid.
You didn't get paid? You didn't get paid at all? So have you I've been playing a lot of a game called Apex Legends.
I don't know if our viewers have heard of that one. It's
Oh.
sort of underground.
Well, just remember it's Apex Legends and not what was the ripoff one?
Apex Construct.
Yeah, it's not Apex Construct. Just to be clear,
Okay.
Apex Legends.
Is there a difference?
There's a huge difference.
What's the difference? They both have Apex.
I don't know. Yeah, that's true. It's the same
Yeah.
game.
What is Apex Construct?
It's a VR game that's a first person
Yeah,
shooter.
you have like a bow and arrow and stuff. You
That-
kill like robot spiders. They
Yeah,
look
that
cool.
when Apex Legends came out, Apex Console had a huge jump in sales because morons bought that instead of Apex Legends.
funny.
How great is that? How funny! They must have had such a good time. Apex Construct was like,
Guys,
"Yeah,
finally."
we did it! We did it!"
I knew this would connect.
They're all playing Apex Legends. Like, what?
Guy calls his mom. Mom, it's happening.
Mom, I'm gonna
I'm
move
gonna
out.
take you to the VGA Awards. I promise. Ever since I was a kid.
I hope it's a good host this year, son.
My mom constantly, she's like, when you go to the Oscars, you're gonna bring me, right? I'm like, Mom, I'm never going there.
What is going on?
Yeah.
I do love the idea of you going to the Oscars and being like, I'm going to call my mom and bring her.
No.
That's like something cute Josh Gad would do.
Yeah, no. I'm
Like
not
something
doing that.
adorable.
I would bring my childhood nanny before my mom. Like I'd
Damn,
find her
dude,
phone number.
Fucking roasted.
Yeah, she would love that.
Yo, bro, when you roast your mom, it's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing, man. So did you guys all play? Did you play Apex Legends?
I have played it.
Do you like it, or you're not a big
No,
BR?
I'm not a. I don't like battle
Battle
royales.
Royale?
Yeah.
I like what this is doing. I think it offers a lot of good mechanics, good quality of life stuff. But
yeah,
it's still
polished.
like a lot of looting, and then I die immediately.
Yeah. That's all. That's all. I had a stream of dying 10 times in a row because we kept landing where we thought no one was, and then
Everyone was there.
I'm just dead. Yeah, and I'm like, ah.
So if you're not playing Apex, what's your main game right now?
I'm still playing Red Dead Redemption.
I haven't
Played
beat it yet. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
It
I'm in
just-
the epilogue now, but I'm
Oh, wow.
really taking my time with it.
Did you like it immediately? Like it took me a
yeah,
while.
I didn't love it immediately, but I was on board with
Yeah,
it.
it took me like 10 hours before it. Like I was like, all right,
I
this.
think once I got through chapter 2, I was like in it.
You were in it, yeah.
Yeah.
After Guam is when I was like, or whatever
Oh,
the name.
man,
of
that's
that.
way
Yeah, I
late.
just
You go to Guam?
no.
Spoiler,
go to
Joseph?
you go to some.
That's like
Carib-
pretty deep into the
That's
game. at
pretty
that
wild.
point.
Yeah. No,
get
I'm
that
coming
far.
from Red Dead 1, and I was just like, that was instant gratification.
love
You
that game.
immediately love it. This one, that tutorial really is a slog. Like the intro is a slog.
The
And-
snowy.
yeah.
Yes, it's slow.
And
it's also like I
Story
remember,
building, and it's
Yeah.
But
I also remember feeling like, the world has opened up to me like sort of earlier in, and then it really hadn't. It's
No.
still like, I'm still in tutorials. I can't actually do all this
Exactly.
stuff. I
Yeah.
have to push
So
through. And
there's,
then
like-
once I did, I was like, I'm totally on board. I forgot about all that earlier.
So that's
stuff
like a new
anyway.
trend in games. Like I noticed that in Anthem in the demo. Like when we were playing with you,
Oh, yeah.
you're like, why can't I craft anything? And like, cause you're like, I'm like, you got to do more of the story. You're like, but why isn't everything open after?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so-
demo really screwed me up because did you play Anthem?
No.
It was like started you at like level 10.
Yeah.
And everything was all
Available to you.
Available. So I was
Yeah.
like, cool. And then I did with this one. It was like
Every like
to unlock-
progression, you have to like,
Yeah.
you have to keep progressing to unlock the smallest
It was
little
like,
feature.
how do you jump? It's like level 5, you could jump.
Yeah,
And I'm
you
like,
gotta-
what is this?
No,
It's
it's
like, I just want to
downstairs.
play your dumb game. The worst
I
intro
want to
tutorial.
walk forward. You have to walk sideways till you're level 2.
First you crab walk, and then you can walk forward, young javelin.
But are you trying like 100% Red Dead? And
I might. I don't know.
Yeah?
I did the first game, so we'll see. I really like it a lot, so maybe.
Yeah, sometimes it takes like so another thing that got me into the game more is like my friend came over and he's not about stories. He's like the kind of kid that's like put in all the codes, let's get the guns, make our 5-star stuff. And he was just like, no, let's just ride around and like shoot towns up. And I was like, all right, I haven't really done that yet. I was more focusing on playing the game, like the story and stuff. And we did that and I was like, oh, this is like a whole new part of the game. I got better at the mechanics and I started to enjoy it more. So sometimes it needs like another set of eyes to
Another
like
10
yeah.
hours to figure it out. I think the worst intro tutorial game was Assassin's Creed 3.
I hated that game.
Oh,
I hated that
fucking
game.
despised it.
Yeah.
It was, you were like born.
Guess you hate
Fallout-
America. Wow.
I think I stopped playing
did.
when you get like the like you can send like supply caravans.
I
and
couldn't.
stuff.
I stopped when I turned an adult after 8 hours. I was like, I can't.
That
do
was
this
another game where I
Oish.
didn't even focus on the story. I would just like hide in the woods and hunt red.
I would
red
hop on a
coats.
horse and just go everywhere and be like the British are coming, just recreating
you
my
just
favorite
Paul Revere
moment in
Simulator?
history. Paul Revere Simulator.
Paul Revere
2012, great game, great game.
Dude, you were as a kid. You started as like a child, and then like move. It was like then you were a teenager.
I used
then
to
you were a
sneak
young
into
adult.
Philadelphia and sign the Declaration of Independence. I loved that
hated
game. It
I
was all
hated
like
it.
the best
well,
moments.
here's what I was getting to with Apex Legends, not Construct. Apex Legends is there was an Easter egg if you find all 10 Nessie plushies.
Oh yeah.
Nessie appears.
You
Yeah.
have to find them within one like royale. I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's-
no, everyone has
Ooh.
to work together, and I think there's.
Oh, in a battle royale? Oh, that makes sense. All
yeah,
the different teams
well,
of people that don't know each
and
other.
then like,
Sure.
and then I think you have to like do it in an order.
Oh, that
you have
makes
to, like,
more
You have to like
sense.
shoot them in an order. I think it is.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden, this like weird looking Loch Ness monster.
It was like a Loch Ness monster
No, but
comes
it's-
up.
I sent it
it's-
to you. You're like, it looks like a penis.
Yeah, it did
But
look
I'm
like-
like, not yours.
It's
Genitals.
one of the plushies. It's just like they made the scale of it like 30 times as
Yeah,
large.
that's
and
all
comes
it
out of
is.
the water, and I'm like, I'm pretty disappointed that it's like this super hidden Easter egg, and they didn't even bother.
Well, I
creating a
believe
new
there's
model.
those little plushy guys are hidden in Titanfall 2 as well. So it's just kind of like a throwback
I
to
guess
that.
so. But it's how do you survive? I can't even pick up a scope.
Well, Fortnite had like
Let
a
'em know.
big emphasis on, even though this is a battle royale game, we all have to work together to do all these weird little gimmicks. Like there was, I
Like
know
your
every
squad?
season there's something. Not your squad, like everyone on the server, like
Every vicious 8th grader on the server.
Yeah, you
has
all
to-
you all have to do the dance in real life.
yeah, no, so like that's like they
Floss
dance at each other, and that means like there's a whole like code, like you dance at your friend, like the enemy. He knows that you're not fighting, and then you guys just all work together.
Oh, you mean like how the Germans and the Allies did on Christmas? That
Yeah,
everyone was
yes.
like, on Christmas we don't kill each other.
We just floss.
Yeah, we just floss. The Germans are.
We'll
floss
close the
dancing.
trenches for the night.
Yeah,
and-
that's what on Christmas. The war stopped on Christmas. I was like, it's fine.
I want to see like a finale of like Fortnite where like the circle's closing in and everyone knows there's gonna die, but all 100 people are just still in the
Just
middle.
floss
And
dancing.
they're all singing the like Peanuts song.
we
like-
are the world.
I like Ian wants it in improv everywhere at Fortnite is what he wants. So yeah, Nessie appears out of the water and it comes up on the kill screen. It's like a Nessie appears.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, right under someone.
That's something we'll never see.
No.
No.
I won one game and I played
That's
it
pretty
for-
good, man.
I played at least 100 matches.
I didn't get my first kill till probably 10 in.
Hey.
Like I'm so old in like these twitchy games, like
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
so
react
bad.
fast enough.
Yeah, it makes me hate Battle Royale. I don't know what the addiction is to it. PUBG did that.
No, I had fun when
hated
we
They're
it.
played.
quick,
the
you
three
know?
of us played and we had a lot
Oh,
of fun.
that feels so long to me.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
jumping into an
This one's
Apex
quick.
match though is way better than like a PUBG or.
Yeah.
I played all of them.
Yeah.
And
I
you
think
still- you're gonna
Fortnite
hate
is
it.
the fastest, but they all feel like such a fucking slog.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. I mean,
insane.
I mean, there's a certain, and the longer it's out, the better everyone gets, and then it's just gonna get.
I timed it so from hitting Y to like dropping is 1 minute and 40 seconds in Apex.
Man, Anthem.
So I
should
could
do
tell you
that.
that, yeah.
Yeah, Anthem should do
Oh,
that.
Anthem's just a loading screen.
just want
it's just
time-
one loading
It's
screen.
one long load. You should play Anthem. if
I've
you have
heard nothing
time.
but bad things.
It's just they just screw. They have a lot. I don't understand how when a game like Destiny is like Destiny 1 and 2. They fixed the MMO shooter
Yes.
genre with all by Destiny 2 now. They
And
like
Destiny 2
had it.
still has problems though.
They do, but
Yeah.
they streamlined a lot of it. And it's like for a game to come out that's an MMO and they still have random issues that
I've-
are just
I-
things that you're like, what?
Wait,
this
what,
is
so what are the issues? Like
There's
specific-
just
So we
too
did
many-
we did the free trial,
Yeah.
the 10-hour free trial.
you
For
guys-
one,
you
they
guys
don't even
liked it
warn
when I
you; they
talked
just
I
boot
don't
you
I
off.
don't hate it. It's just like there's two like
Is
every
it just
time
load
you
times?
well every time you start the game you wake up in your room, which I'm like we don't need this. Like
Yeah.
we don't need to wake up in my room.
Another day
Ugh, I
as
don't
a
care.
freelancer.
Oh, great. And then then they're like, hey, you know what's fun when you play games? Talking to people. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to talk. Just
I've given up on the story. It's
Yeah.
like impossible to follow. There was
then you
one
have
cool
to-
cutscene, and other than that, it's yeah.
and you have to talk to people. For some reason, my Xbox, I have to keep constantly setting my controller back to like
Yeah.
invert, and like all this stuff. But it's just like it's just such a slow slog of, and then every mission is like, hey, you want to see a cool relic?
Stand on this control point.
Yeah.
Protect this area. Collect these embers, and that's it. It's
Yeah.
like the same loop of the same things. Like most games do that. There is a gameplay loop, but this just is like bogged down by loading screens. So every time you hit like a stride, you're loading again, and then like your loadout is locked. So like, which is a good choice, I guess. I understand why they did it, but like, let's say you get a new like item, like a new gun, and you're like, I want to try it out. You have to use that whole gun until you go like for that whole mission, unless you know. So if the gun sucks, which happened to me, you're
Yeah.
stuck with it, and you just gotta deal with it until you beat the mission.
Yeah.
Sounds like I shouldn't.
And then another thing is like
great.
at the end of the like, there's this one point where there's these 4 tombs, and you have to do like a bunch of checklist things to unlock each tomb, and it's just tedious and dumb. And now they changed it that like everything you did before you getting those missions now count towards it. So now they're effectively cutting out like 3 hours of story gameplay, even though it sucked. They're now like removing it, making the story shorter,
got it.
and it's just like they don't know what they're doing.
And it's just it's like generic sci-fi shit.
Yeah, very generic
I mean,
sci-fi
it's,
shit.
it's like it's. I don't.
The
hate
villain
it.
is literally Thanos.
Yeah.
He talks exactly like Thanos.
Yeah.
I mean, but like it's fun flying around, and then you do like a backflip and land, and take your shotgun out and land it on like that feels great when you like you know what you want to do, you execute it perfectly, like in cinematic, cinematic whatever. Help me out, and then like
I don't know what you're talking
styles,
about.
like a cinematic style, and then like you just fly away, and you're like that looked perfect, but then other times you're clipping and jagged.
Yep.
Yeah,
And the best thing is when you die and no one respawns you,
you're just stuck there.
You get sent back, and then the game's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, I know you just sat through a respawn load screen. You got to go.
Here's
back
another
to,
one."
You got to go back to. You're out of the mission bounds. We're gonna put another
Yeah,
load
so
screen.
it has like
makes
it's
no sense.
severe pacing issues right now. I'm gonna still play it until I get to endgame, see what happens.
I mean, as long as it's free.
It's not
I mean,
free.
well, what?
It's not free.
What you mean? I paid for that?
You have to pay for the game.
Oh no. Well, I'll just cheat like people did in Apex Legends. 16,000 cheaters.
How do people cheat?
16. What?
How do people cheat?
Gamebots.
Oh, I guess on PC and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
there's no in-game feature for cheaters.
Punk Buster.
What do you mean?
What?
There's no way to report
Like,
people?
yes.
Yeah. I hear the reporting is just not great across the board, even for like harassment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, because Respawn, when someone's like, hey, you should have like an in-game report feature, and Respawn's like, that's a great idea. It's like, what are you?
Why did we think of
What
that?
are you doing? What are you doing?
That's insane.
Did no one play video games when they first made this whole thing?
A stupid thing they don't have is like when you first start the game, you have to log into your EA account, and that's what like ties everything together for.
This is what I don't understand.
But the thing
So
is, you
it's
can't
EA,
choose.
right?
Yeah, but you can't choose an EA account to log into once you log. Let's say you logged into like your wrong one.
Yeah.
So like mine is automatically logging into whatever it thinks is associated with my Xbox
Okay.
gamer tag, but that's not my EA account. That's not the one I have. So I can't log out and log into the right one. I'm stuck right now. It's a minor issue, and it's just for
so weird.
and it's like for the Twitch Prime loot box. I don't care.
Oh,
But-
that's right.
So there's like a lot of weird technical issues, which I don't understand.
Well, it's a free
Like, I don't
game.
think they expected it to be popular. Like, it's bigger than
No, no one
Fortnite
makes
right
video
now.
games to be
like,
popular.
You go on Twitch and it's
But
like,
other than
it's
that-
got twice the viewership as Fortnite, and I was
It's
like,
destroying Fortnite.
I did not expect Fortnite to like die this fast, to just have something come up and stab it in the back and
Well, I
kill
don't know
it.
if it's dead. I think it's also like the game is not fully out yet. I think it fully comes out tomorrow, so people are also probably just excited to see
Yeah,
it.
that's fair.
Wait, the whole game, it's not even out yet?
But still,
Are we
it's,
talking about
It came out
Apex?
in like
Oh, yeah,
Apex.
yeah, Anthem and
okay.
Apex.
I don't know why.
EA
okay, I
and-
thought it-
No, I got
Yeah, it
confused
comes
too.
out tonight
Okay.
at midnight.
Anthem.
Yeah.
Anthem
Yeah.
does.
Well, they
Okay.
have their like tiered releases.
Yeah. Oh, because
Wait,
because
wait.
they're both EA.
Are the people getting kicked from Anthem or
Apex.
from Apex? Yeah.
This is
Okay,
a disjointed one. I'm
I
sorry, it's
screwed
my
it
fault.
up because we were talking about Anthem, and I said, I wish we could cheat in Anthem. And then it said Anthem and Apex, both EA, both A letters, not Apex Construct. Guys, stop confusing me.
But I was on
Cheating
Twitch and it was something like 850,000 viewers for Apex Legends, and then like 400 something for like Fortnite. And
400.
I can't believe.
But
like,
it's the hot new flavor in town, and they're just everyone's trying it out.
do you
and
think Fortnite's going to have something so hot and so new that like, because people like Apex, like people aren't like, oh, Apex is just a flash in the pan. People are like, oh, there's a lot to this, and I'm excited to keep playing.
I mean, it's a very polished game. The ping system works really well.
Yeah.
There's some housekeeping stuff that they need to add, like the report feature and little stuff.
sure, but,
But
like-
on top of that, they're already adding guns into the game. People are
Do you
really
think
into it.
people are going to migrate back to Fortnite? Like, is this the
I
end
mean,
of
there's
Fortnite?
a different.
Hey,
Did you
man,
play
I
Fortnite?
still-
Did
I still
you
play
didn't like Fortnite? Abs?
I don't love Fortnite. I've played it, but
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
I
I
don't
know,
think it's dying.
I don't think it'll
so.
die, but I think it. I mean, for someone like me, I hate the building aspect. I hate
Right.
it, but Apex
People still
doesn't
play
have it.
Modern Warfare 2. You know, like
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I,
I
say
also think. Sorry, Fortnite. I think does such a good job of like
community.
community and offering new stuff all the time. Like
Yeah.
they
They
will
just
have a
added
new exciting
snowboards.
thing. People are going to be back
they
in.
had
Yeah.
Thanos in it at one point.
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
Thanos.
Yeah,
and
like Epic is
snowboards.
really, really good at that's where PUBG failed. Is they could have done those updates and they had the attention of the world, but Fortnite they really knew how to capitalize on
Yeah.
just adding stuff and keeping people interested.
I heard they might
Community
do-
management.
Cross-platform play for Apex.
That'd be cool.
No, it will not. I don't want to go against a computer person with a mouse. Are you out of your mind?
Get a mouse.
you
for your,
Get a mouse and keyboard.
Get a mouse for your Xbox.
What do I look like, Scrooge McDuck?
I have a mouse.
Am I
keyboard.
made of money?
It's the only reason I'm even slightly competitive is I have a mouse and
Oh
keyboard.
yeah,
on
'cause you have a
Xbox.
mouse and keyboard. You ever play mouse and keyboard with the console?
No, I don't like mouse and keyboard for shooters.
See, I don't like. It hurts my hands.
also-
It hurts my little baby hands. I'm like, ow, ow. I wish there was a way you could like move with the thing.
You can do that.
What?
Yeah. There's ways to do like you can get like a Wii. You know how the Wii had the little nunchuck?
Yes.
There's like things like that where you can just do a nunchuck for movement and then mouse and keyboard for. You can mix and match, man.
Looks like I'm gonna go make a purchase. Yeah. Did you guys? Last time we talked about the Fortnite Carlton dance that
Yes.
they were doing.
Yeah. The lawsuit.
The lawsuit. So Alfonso Ribeiro wanted to. He's Carlton for the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Have you seen
Very
the show?
familiar.
Have you seen the program?
No, honestly,
The
not really.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Well, there was a dance in Fortnite. Fortnite likes to steal dances from children. So they stole all these dances from kids, and then they stole like the Carlton dance, which is like a weird, goofy dance. Anyway, he tried to copyright it and then sue Epic Games for being like, you stole the dance from me because didn't they call it the Carlton or something
Yeah.
like that?
I don't know.
And they called it, and it
Well,
was
the
like,
dance is called the Carlton.
the dance called the Carlton. He was like, hey, what are you doing? So Fortnite made all this money, and Alfonso was like, hey, listen, I need to make money because I don't know
Sure.
what he's
throw him
doing
some
now.
money.
Throw him some. I mean, they should.
I
Give me a break.
guarantee, like, the
That one
actor
should be
made up the dance. Like,
of
throw him
course.
some money.
He
at,
cut,
like,
he
your worth.
did. We talked about it in the episodes before. Like he took it. It was a merge between Eddie Murphy's like white man dance and then I think Dancing in the Street with
David Bowie and
no,
Mick Jagger.
no. Bruce Springsteen. Who's Courtney
Courtney
Cox
Cox
dancing
in the music video when he brings her up on stage.
Yes.
Yes.
So he merged the two and said it once in an interview years ago. He was like, "Oh, that dance was like these two combined." So he tried doing it. He tried tuning. So he's trying to copyright the dance, and it got denied. It got denied. So
I
they
don't know
said-
much about copyright law.
Oh, I know. Listen, guys.
I do
studied it.
think the Carlton is his though. Like
Well,
he did like a whole generation people know it.
That
his
is
thing.
true. But I don't know about you guys. I'm a lawyer. So on my free time,
Yeah, sure. Hit me.
I am a lawyer. So the copyright was denied because, don't get me disbarred. It is a simple dance routine and therefore cannot be registered.
Too simple.
Two, simple dance routines are classified as building blocks of free expression protected by
But
the
like
First
something like the
Amendment.
Macarena, which has like a song associated with it, is something you can copyright because there's like moves to it. And,
Yeah, and there's a song to it.
yeah.
But like, yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That a judge has to, we talked
So,
about
like,
this.
what about,
a judge
like-
has to deal with a Fortnite dance?
I guess like the running man is like public domain.
Yeah, or the guy that invented the worm wanted to copyright it.
Can't public
I
domain.
guess you can't.
No, you're done.
No, it's been in every 80s
Been in
prom
the
movie.
WWF, you did it. You know.
Has it?
Yeah. Scotty Too Hottie.
Too Hottie.
Oh.
It was his big finishing move. I don't think he ever like pinned anyone after. He'd do the worm a few times and then do a little
And then
dance
smash
do
onto
a
them.
It was like a karate.
You know what's
chop
weird
to the
about
chest.
wrestling?
It was
That those other the opponents sit and wait for the moves to be done.
No, they're
Never
hurt.
understood.
They're so hurt.
Oh, they're stunned?
They're so
in.
Oh,
hurt.
okay.
You can't
They're-
get up.
Cool.
They're just
No.
injured long enough for the dance to go off. Wrestling's real.
The only person. What are you talking about? Do
you
you
not
like
played-
wrestling, Abby?
No.
Great. Me neither. I do not like it. It's very weird.
I don't like you.
Whoa! That's rude. Let's do something fun. I want to do.
You want to do one flavor?
Yeah. Oh, we should have did it through the show. All right, guys. So here's what happened. Joe. Oh, there is a grip to it. So
Yeah, like the guy on YouTube, he's like, it's kind of like carbon fiber. I'm
You
like,
watched
it's,
a YouTube review?
yeah, an unboxing.
did
yeah.
you watch an unboxing of
No,
these
no.
things?
I
Like
watched a guy
45
talking
minute
about it.
review of a soda.
Listen, I'm looking for content for the show. All right.
Doing
What are you
great.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
It's
I'm
also
doing.
weird that they have like there isn't just like a normal soda tab.
No,
it has like
because-
instructions to open
Yeah,
it.
because no, there's not even. It's a tutorial.
So this is okay. So this is what it
no.
is. So we're talking about, and if we're streaming this on Twitch right now, we're talking about Mountain Dew Amp. What is this called? Mountain
Game
Dew Amp.
Fuel.
Game fuel.
Game fuel.
It's how you step up your boom.
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Alertness, accuracy.
No, so I believe the
vitamins A and
tab,
B.
the tab up top is so you can reseal it and it doesn't get all over your rig or your gear.
The commercial was so cringy.
Okay, what flavor are we doing first?
All right.
What do you guys
let's
think?
Are we
start
all
with,
opening? I just want to use
Do you
this
want to
crazy
start with
tab.
classic group?
Yeah, very good.
green?
Let's
Yeah,
start with
let's
classic
Abby,
green.
you
Okay.
open
You
up.
do it.
Now, Abby right
Follow
now
the
is-
tutorial. It's very
follow
important.
the tutorial.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That is
Like
hypercarbonated.
exploded. Okay. Tutorial
Wow.
followed.
All right.
Tutorial followed. Watch I
That was pretty
when
good.
opening. That scared the crap out of me.
So we're starting with just like the Mountain Dew flavor.
Mountain Dew flavor.
Okay. If you want more, let me know. I'm your Game Fuel sommelier.
So I believe this is. I believe this has caffeine in it. So if that has a
I
problem,
think it is a
I-
serious energy drink.
I had
pretty sure.
I had an iced coffee 2 days ago and haven't slept since. so
Jesus Christ. Number one.
So, Abby,
check-
Abby, as the sommelier,
Yeah.
what would you pair this with?
Yeah.
I'd say some nacho Doritos.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
if you have Taco Bell in your neighborhood, a Doritos Loco Taco.
Hell
Do you
yeah.
guys smell the notes of poning?
Hold on.
This just smells like Mountain Dew.
It's, yeah, I'm
does.
getting a hint of Mountain.
Are you going to hint him out? Should we taste it?
I'm going for
cheers.
it.
Cheers
Go for it.
to
Cheers
the team.
Cheers to the team. Let's see.
It's
Do we
like
spit it back out?
it's like an extra sweet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say it's like it feels like it has like art like Diet Coke
Yeah.
sweetener in it.
The can.
Aspartame or whatever.
Aspartame, yeah,
Yeah.
cancertane,
Because
whatever.
it's actually like weirdly lower calorie than sodas usually are, even though the can's bigger.
Oh my God,
so-
there's vitamin A in it.
Oh,
That's the
actually-
best vitamin.
Actually, no, it's not.
Good.
There's 2 servings per can.
Wow. I guess that's why it's resealable.
No, they just have to say that for.
They do because you're going to go.
Should
is
we
special.
crack open the next one
Of
or
course
save
we
it?
should.
It's up to you. You're the
Guys,
guest. This
this
is
is-
your
Yeah,
time.
This is your
Okay.
time.
Any
Do you want TJ to open so it doesn't get all over you?
Yeah, somebody else should
I'm giving this a
experience
solid
that
2. This is a 2 out of 10.
too.
You giving this a 2?
It's just like weird Mountain Dew. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
weird Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
It's very standard.
It's like,
You should get a spit cup.
It's like all the worst parts of Mountain Dew emphasized.
yeah, that's kind of
check
true.
that
yeah, I don't like it.
All right,
Could we get
color.
another cup that we could pour this out? Because I don't even want.
Do you still have stuff left? Did I give you too much?
Chug it.
Chug it.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep
In the words
tonight.
of the immortal Duke Nukem, suck it down.
Suck it down.
All right. I'm going to crack
You
open.
ready?
I'm going to crack open the blue one. Next
It's
up.
not bad, but the whole thing is to think that you drink this and you're more alert or a better gamer is so disgusting.
Guys,
It's just an energy drink.
charged berry
it's-
blast.
but
Here
the-
we go.
No,
The
I wish I
cringiness
brought
of
the box
explanation.
that it came in, where it talks about how. Oh yeah, no, the alertness and accuracy, also vitamins.
Ugh, Jesus. The can has I like how the can has a tactile feel, which isn't. It's just such a corny.
So this has the
Yo,
grape.
you need grip if you're in your hands are sweaty. You're in the
Plenty.
throes about. I could smell that already.
Yeah,
Give me so
it's-
little.
Ooh, this smells like a
Ian.
melted
Like raspberry.
Slurpee.
Yes, like from like a 7-Eleven
Yes.
blue Slurpee.
7-Eleven
so
blue.
That's been
blue.
sitting in my car all
Yes,
summer.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
That's
so
exactly
blue. It smells like blue.
Notes of
It
indigo.
has notes of indigo.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
looks and smells like Windex.
It does smell like Windex and look like it.
That tastes like an Airhead.
Jeez.
Like-
Yeah, it's so.
Oh, this
It
is
has like an
oh.
aftertaste of Fruity Pebble.
I feel like the aftertaste is still that Diet Coke aspartame.
Yeah.
But I
It's
feel
like-
like this just tastes like a Slurpee to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes
So
like a
far,
Slurpee.
I like the blue better than the green.
It
Yeah, me
feels
too.
like-
But
it's
blue's
like-
always the good flavor.
It's the opposite of like cough syrup because I feel like I'm getting sick drinking it.
Hey,
like,
Ian, throw me something so I can catch it. I want to see how my accuracy
But
is.
it does taste like a melted ice pop like liquid. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
watery.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, we have two
Ooh.
more.
I think we can save them.
Yeah,
let's do a
let's-
story.
let's
Well,
save 'em,
let's,
I guess.
let's
I
punish
need-
ourselves
I
a little
need
more.
a second.
I could feel my heart racing around. I can't wait to go home and purge this.
Oh, guys.
So
With
guys, for
Purge
the
energy
chat
drink.
for stream, this is Gamer Fuel. This was Berry Blast. It was okay.
Yeah,
just-
I would not say it was okay.
My friend James used to drink 2 Monster energy drinks a day.
Is he still with us?
Yeah, and smokes 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Wow.
And he's a daughter, and I'm always concerned because I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? He doesn't drink alcohol. We'll have a party back in the day,
Yeah.
and we'd all be drinking beer and stuff like that. He would show up with 2 cans of Monster,
Well, a
like
lo-
tall boys, and we're like, "Do you want a beer?" He's like, "No, I'm
When
good."
people go to like rehab for drug abuse and like drinking problems,
Yeah.
a big thing for them is energy
Coffee?
drinks when they get out.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah. I had like a couple
Why?
friends go to rehab and they came out. They loved Red Bull after that. I,
I
don't
guess
know.
because you get that
Like you
that
get a
high
jolt,
or that
it's
jolt.
something.
Yay! Well, we talked about this on the TV show, but I'd like to bring this up. An unopened copy of Super Mario Brothers sells for what? What did I
As
do?
opposed to
You're right. Super Mario for $100,000 at Heritage
What?
Auctions, a Dallas-based auction house. That's right, guys.
just the NES copy.
The NES copy,
But it was sealed.
yeah. So the game was purchased by a group of collectors. So here's why it was so. I think I have an instant headache from drinking those 2 things.
I think I can see the future now.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like, I think I'm gonna go home and barf it up.
The future is me brushing my teeth for 45 minutes.
I have a case of 20 more of these at home.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix them all together
What are
tonight.
you doing? I don't know. I feel like my teeth have a film on it that I need to take a piece
Yeah,
of
those tooth
cheese.
socks.
I want to rub cheese on my teeth just to get the film off. Did you wipe off your front teeth too? I'm like, meh. Here's why.
Yeah,
The
my
game-
my lips are going numb.
yeah, I
Y'all
thought
are
it,
so dramatic.
Yeah. Stop being such
no, we're
nerds.
not. I'm not being a
Yeah.
nerd. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I have a sensitive tummy. I have a sensitive system, everybody. I'm an old man. I'm
23
36.
grams of sugar. Nice.
Oh, thank God I need my sugar and take my vitamins
Included
A and B.
added sugar. There's a subsection for added sugar.
Yeah, of course there is.
Come on, Mountain Dew.
They made it. And they're like, "Is this sugar enough? Just throw some extra sugar and be safe." So this is why it was expensive, because the game was so popular. Nintendo reprinted several different versions of Super Mario Brothers. However, the first 2 versions were the only ones to be sticker sealed and were only sold in New York and Los Angeles. And this copy is the only known sticker seal copy and was certified by WATA Games with a near mint grade of 9.4 and a seal rating of an A++.
Oh,
Great.
Huh? How cool is that?
that's pretty.
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
For $100,000?
Yeah, but we were also joking that like some guy's just gonna open it
and
up
blow
and
into
try
it.
to play it and it just still won't work.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do with it though?
It's a group of collectors. I guess they just
Like
have
a
like
museum,
a.
or
Yeah, I
what?
guess so.
Belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
I guess so.
We have someone has to have like a classic games museum somewhere, right?
Yeah.
We went to
The-
the toy museum in Austin.
The Museum
so
of Moving Imaging LIC used to have like a cool game exhibit.
Oh yeah, they did
Oh, yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's now it's like a sports game exhibit
I
right
just
now.
wonder, like, if it's a group of collectors, do they just pass it around like when you buy something with your friends and everyone shares it?
Well, I wonder if it is like they're the board.
You
of the
get it on
museum.
Thursdays. I get it every other weekend.
Yeah.
TJ doesn't get ever.
Oh come on, why? You're gonna spill something on it. It's like,
Probably some
oh.
Mountain Dew game fuel.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I'm stepping up my game. Play some Apex Legends, chug one of these cans, then bite into it, stuff like that.
Just bite the can
Just
hole.
bite the can into it with a tactile grip. Yeah, I don't know what the group of collectors. I didn't look into the who was. It said a group of collectors.
That's not. Is that the highest sale price for a video game ever?
I think so.
Yeah.
God,
Even
these are
like,
great questions I
What
didn't
was
research.
it? Like Nintendo World Championship is usually
That's like the rarest game.
rarest game.
Yeah, with the one with the dip switches on it.
Right, and they had like two versions.
set?
There was like a take-home version and one that they actually used. Do you know what this is, Abby? Like
No.
they had
Yeah.
this tournament in the late '80s, early '90s.
In the movie The Wizard.
Yeah, no, it was before that. I think.
Oh.
Abby, did you ever see The Wizard?
No. I also haven't heard of it.
It's like a movie that came out like coincided with Mario Brothers.
It was the
3 or
Power Glove movie.
Great.
Yeah. But they had this tournament of like you played a game for like 3 minutes, so they had like 3 or 4 games on it, but only about like 4 minutes of each, and a bunch of dip switches, and they like had this big national tournament for it. It was,
And whoever got the high score won something.
I don't know,
and
man.
only the people who were in the finals ever got like a copy of this golden cartridge.
right,
And
so
it's
there's like 5.
yeah,
Oh,
I
is
think
that-
I think the Angry Video Game Nerd has one.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
It looks like stadium events. The box alone is $10,000.
Yeah,
That Mario one
that's
is
like-
I
100,000.
feel like even that. It seems like they're capping it off at like 41,000 for that guy.
Yeah, Air Raid can go for 33,000.
So yeah, this like
so
blew these out of
What
the water.
is that? What is Air
God,
Raid?
rich people are insane.
Isn't that nuts to buy $100,000 just to have? You're like, nah, we have it. That's my greatest
What are you
collection.
gonna- if you're all right, imagine you're worth like $200 million.
I am.
Just for whatever fucking reason. You're
Sure.
worth that much money, and it's like, oh, I can get like a super rare copy of Mario Brothers 3, and it cost me like 0.01% of my wealth. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess you're
I
right.
mean, it's like literally like, oh, do you want to go out for like a nicer meal one night?
I'm
Like,
intrigued by the group of collectors.
Yeah.
I want to know who
Yeah.
these guys are.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, those guys are probably cool. Do you want me to see if I can find them?
No, it's okay.
All right. Talk amongst
Let's
yourselves.
have like 5 minutes of radio silence while TJ.
Yeah,
does
see-
I mean, we can
internet
crack
research.
open more of these energy drinks.
Yeah, yeah, good. Crack those
Do you want
open.
to
while-
do you want
while I
to
look
do
it up.
yellow or red next?
I feel like
I say save
yellow's
yellow.
gonna be the worst.
We got to
so
end
let's
with the
say-
piss one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta end with the one that looks like piss.
I like the way you think.
Who bought? Talk amongst yourselves. Like, look this
Here
up,
it
and
comes.
Joe loses his eye.
Listen, guys.
Oh my God, that had a
Jesus.
good explosion.
I don't know if it's because you shook it up or because there's
did
so
shake-
much awesome in that
I
can.
did shake them up. Oh man. Oh, this smells exactly like Kool-Aid.
You guys gotta read the tutorial. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, bro.
You're
No,
doing
it's
it
not
wrong.
open. Joe,
Oh, do you know what's
Joe,
funny?
it's not open.
Look at the
not open?
friggin'
You gotta pull it back.
tutorial.
Yep,
It's
yep,
it's
yep.
sprayed on my
you go.
computer.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just shocked the crap out of me.
I'll buy
Now-
you a new one. I'll just sell that Mario game and
Will you?
I'm the group of collector.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Give it, all right, dude. Yeah, it's so
little.
so little. I hate this stuff.
Thank
I hate you.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, stop.
I feel
What-
like with
Can
each
you, can you
pour, I
top
get
me?
more and more.
Yeah, that's what I'm-
When I left this morning and I put them in my bag, I knew that today would end with me pouring them in a drain. Like,
you're gonna
you know-
do that.
All right, ready?
This
ready for
one's
red?
Bad.
Yeah.
This
What is
one, this smells like straight up cough syrup.
Ugh. I hate these things.
Yeah, dude, Mountain Dew, what are you doing?
Cherry
wait-
one is very medicine-y.
Yeah. Cherry with like that artificial sweetener. It's
Yeah.
like- yeah. That's
Somehow
awesome.
I like it the best though.
Yeah. I have no taste for any of these things, man. But I mean, like,
But
yeah,
like it's there's no flavor at the end. It's just like It's like the ascertain. Like right.
Okay, so the guy, so the
Does
group,
it have aspartame?
the main guy from
Does
the
anybody
group,
want water?
Yeah, actually, yeah, but yeah, I can wait though.
Okay.
The main guy that bought it, his name was Charles Entertainment Cheese. No, I don't know. I can't
Good one.
Chuck E. Cheese
can't-
bought
I
it.
can't find it. I don't know who it is. They don't want to know because you're gonna rob their house.
Yeah.
I
I
bet
Yeah,
it's
bunch-
probably really very boring. I bet
Yeah.
it's probably like a group of people who have like a bunch of games and like a
Yeah,
warehouse.
no,
I bet one of the guys has a DeLorean.
No, it's a bunch of tech bros from like
Yeah.
San Francisco who are all worth a lot of money, and they were like, "Oh, if we
Let's
all
just
put
buy
in
it."
20,000, if all 5 of us put in $20,000, we get Mario Brothers 3."
Why do you think they're villains? Like you just keep like I bet they're these just rich jerks.
I didn't say jerks. I said I bet they're San Francisco tech guys.
Tech dudes.
All right.
I think that's you coloring what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
Joseph.
what? Yeah, probably.
Chug some more gamer fuel, bro. You're being a real noob.
Yeah, dude. I've been chugging it all day. That's why I'm all
Dude,
amped.
your kidneys are gonna die. Yeah, I don't know who bought it, but speaking of Nintendo, congrats to the new president,
Daniel Bowser.
Daniel Bowser.
Doug Bowser.
Doug
but-
Doug
Bowser.
Nice.
got the D
Douglas
right.
Bowser.
I just knew his last name. I didn't know his first name.
I don't believe. Yeah, of course you did. I wonder if they really did. They hire him on that?
I don't know, but
think they
he
did.
seems to have a sense of humor about it, from what I understand.
I wonder, like, do we know where Bowser's name came from? Because I think they've named things after people before.
I don't think they named it after him.
No.
I think he came on much later.
All right. The
You
guy.
think it would get that?
I know
they hired-
Pauline was named after the wife of I think it was either a lawyer or the guy that had warehousing spaces in the early days of Nintendo of America.
And
That like the landlord that
Mario-
gave him the landlords.
Mario was definitely named after someone who, like, they actually knew. Like,
I'm
Well,
not sure.
It says the Bowser
There's a
name-
great book called The Console Wars. Yeah.
I don't think this is Nintendo related. The thing you're
But
pulling
it
up.
says Bowser name meaning English nickname for the Norman term of address bois sir, fine sir, given either to a fine gentleman, perhaps
Yes,
ironically, or to someone who made frequent use of the term address. Abby, what do you mean?
Do you think Nintendo looked up Ancestry.com when they came up
Yes!
with the name Bowser?
Of course they did.
They
Yeah,
looked up
you're
the
right.
etymology of the name.
They-
They had to. They had to look. In Japan, King Koopa is named after Kuppa, K-U-P-P-A, the Japanese word for the Korean cuisine, gukbap, G-U-K-B-A-P, and was the name Miyamoto decided upon considering a few other Korean dishes to name him after.
wait, why did. What?
That's
Okay,
what- that's
that
what
raises
King
a lot
Koopa.
of questions.
Well, I guess, but back to the story. I think Reggie's been doing this for long enough that he could retire. I was kind of sad to see it. I like the guy.
I like
Nobody's
it.
leaving on good terms.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather someone who's like, "Hey, I'm gonna end on top," than like,
I'm out.
True,
Yeah.
yeah. Instead of being like, whoops.
Do you know how old Reggie is? Like, I'm.
I believe he is 57,
That's
gonna
it.
be 58.
really?
next
He looks
month.
so good.
goodness.
Yeah.
Every
I think
time I
that's-
see him,
That's
I assume
what-
he's like in his mid 30s, maybe.
I ran
early
into him on the
40s.
street
Mid
once.
30s.
He doesn't look that.
He
bad.
does
looks
not look
young.
mid 30s.
I was gonna say late 40s, early 50s.
You
but
ran into him on the street?
Yeah.
I've got young eyes.
I was
what
just
can say?
walking. I
He's
saw him.
big. He's
yeah.
really tall.
You can't miss him. I was like, Reggie! He was
Yeah.
on the phone. He was like, hold on. Hey, what up, kid? And he going
Did he
back
really?
down. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Like we were just walking past each other. I'm like, yo, what up, Reg?
Ian, if you
That's
met him,
very nice.
if you met him, would you be like, Mr. Reggie, can you give me a switch
I lost mine in a lift.
in a lift,
But Mr. Reggie.
Mr. Reggie?
His last name translates to son's friend.
Reggie? Oh, his last
Philemon.
name.
What's the origin of that?
French.
Is he French?
I don't know. He might be.
What game were you playing in the lift?
Smash.
Hmm.
Super Smash Brothers.
That stinks that got. I can't believe you lost it. That feeling is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but whatever.
Oh, Bowser was first envisioned as an ox, basing him on the Ox King from the toy animation film Alakazam the Great.
Love that. Film.
Interesting. I don't know where the name came
I'm
from.
excited to see what this dude does. I'm sure they're gonna do like the next tree house. He'll be on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're called
Nintendo
now.
Direct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. On the next Nintendo Direct.
The last one was
Treehouse.
great.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, they showed like a bunch of
didn't
cool
see it.
games. So that's
Yeah,
where
that's
Legend
where
of
they
Zelda
announced-
came from.
Oh,
Link's
is it?
Awakening.
Yeah.
Mario Maker 2.
Oh, yeah.
With slopes now.
So we have, before we dig into the last diuretic drink, so on our Facebook group, we have Unlimited Lives Radio. We have a group and a page. Like the page, join the group. Andrew Leslie, who's a fan of the show, has been writing, posting a lot of fun topics and things. So he posted an article about music you discovered from video games that became like your favorite bands or your favorite groups.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have any that you remember. Like,
Yeah, I got one.
yeah. Ian?
Oh, you want to go first?
I like Tony Hawk, man.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk gave
Goldfinger.
you Goldfinger. Yeah.
Yeah. CKY. All these like fun little punk bands stuff.
Similar
Abby,
to that.
do you have one or do you need time?
I was thinking Hotline Miami. I wouldn't say they were
Ooh.
like my favorite.
You ever
bands,
see
but it's a
Perturbator
solid-
live by any chance?
No.
He's going to be at Irving Plaza in May. It's an incredible show. He did like a lot of the soundtrack for that
Okay,
game.
I'll be there.
No, you won't. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Wait, Abby, what from?
I'll remind you.
Miami.
I don't remember. It's like Moon was one of the bands. I'm trying to remember the other names, but it's like a rad soundtrack.
Yeah, every single track on it's great.
It's really good.
Like when I was playing that game, I was like so upset. Like the vibe that it gives you is just like the songs just like the whole point of the game is to just run into a room and be the biggest badass in the room. So I would listen to a track on the way to a
music-
meeting,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I'm gonna fucking own this meeting today.
For Hotline Miami?
Yeah, and I was chugging one of these.
Mine was mine. I have two. One is Crazy Taxi soundtrack. Yeah, which had here we go, Crazy Taxi.
Wow, that's really good.
Thank you so much.
BD Joe.
Yeah. Wow, here comes the fair.
If they make a remake, you gotta go out for that.
Oh, I should. Well, they did remake Crazy Taxi, and they got rid of all the good bands, and it was terrible, like pop music.
Look, it's expensive to keep those
That
licenses.
is true. The
Yeah.
Offspring needs the money.
Remember Alan Wake, man?
Yes, I do. So then after that, I remember that I had the Killer Instinct soundtrack called Killer Cuts.
Nice.
Pretty sick.
And it, dude, the sickest. And it was so like Chris Sutherland is the announcer, and he kind of like sings one of the songs, which is the way
Wait, the
you,
guy who's like monster
combo. Yeah, the soundtrack was by Graham Nordgate and Robin Beanland.
Those aren't real names.
Those are real names.
You don't know the Beanland family? They're
You don't know
famous.
the Beanland family.
Look up
So-
on Ancestry.com.
Bean Lily of Beanlands.
So this is the way you move. Let's see. It might jump in the middle of it. It's
Ooh,
a
that's
long-
really loud.
Oh yeah. Joe, can
Also,
you?
I don't think this
I
is
got it.
bands you found out through the game so much as you like the soundtrack from a game.
Yeah, I know. But it was like, it's so electronic.
This is literally what I listen to.
Yeah, this
This is unironically.
yeah, it's what you listen to.
Yeah.
Wait, it's pretty good.
This is space fuck music.
Yeah, this is definitely.
I literally went to a rave where they were playing this song once.
But it gets because on the announcer is Chris Sutherland, and here's why I thought I picked this song was because like they had him. But
Oh man,
that's the announcer.
this is so 90s and I love it.
Cartoon voices and TV and video games and voiceover for TV and radio commercials. So I've never, and I've done video games, but like I've always dreaded if I did it. Like I've done Bully for Rockstar, I've done like other things. I've always dreaded like doing something, and they're like, great. Okay, so you're the announcer. So we're gonna have you sing in this, and I'd be like, what? And I would.
That's so funny.
I would panic because I
But with like
cannot sing.
auto tune and the advancements we're
guess.
making in technology, I think they
Yeah.
can make
Also,
you sound nice.
Just fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Like 75% of singing is confidence, and this is coming from
Yeah.
someone who doesn't know how to sing.
Dude, yeah, I can't. I get so that makes me so nervous. Is that kind of like singing or if they're like, don't you rap a little bit? Like, I left a.
You have no flow. I've heard you
Dude,
rap. You have
I have
no
zero
flow, dude.
flow. I went in to do.
Can I hear you rap? Do a rap.
No. When I used to do improv and we used
TJ,
to do
for the fans, could you do a little
I
rap?
can't, dude. I don't
Just
even know
for
how
the
to
fans.
Here,
start.
we'll all close our eyes. So it's
Yeah, well, close your eyes.
Oh.
Well, close your eyes.
I don't know. I don't even know. No, because I don't even know where to start.
Do you know a rap
Just
song?
freestyle. Just go off the top of your head. I'll
A
give.
freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle.
I'll give you a topic. Ready?
Okay.
The bodega.
I go to the deli. I hope it's not smelly. I'm gonna buy a can. I hate you.
That's
I don't
not
know.
rapping. That's rhyming.
I don't know what to do. I
No,
can't.
that you made an effort, and I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Say it's-
And
it's
those were
70
I
two
think
good
the fans
rhymes.
just wanted to
Yes.
hear it.
And you got the rhyme quick.
When you said
so.
deli, I was like, where are you going with this?
Well, it's the same thing as we're improv when you did like I hated like Beastie warm up like
Beastie
rapping.
rap.
I hated rapping warm ups. I'm like, can
Oh.
we not do
They-
it?
I like them because they're just dumb as
They're
hell.
dumb, but I
For
couldn't
the fans who
stand
don't
it.
know, it's this game where you go around. You go like when I go to the store and they give me food, I want, and everyone yells more, like that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like way to go.
Oh, I
Ready to
sick
do improv.
couldn't
I love
stand
the
it.
team building in improv groups. It's so fun. It's like an icebreaker, but with people you know. And
And then it's the
Yeah.
opposite in this room. You guys were like, just do it. And I'm like, my stomach twisted in a knot. I don't know if it's the drinks or if it was that rap thing.
Yeah.
Made me very nervous.
I'm gonna stop by.
one of the people in the chat says, "Got me a bacon, egg, and cheese. Rude boy, don't even say please."
That's
Wow.
good.
Good
Who said
rhyme.
that?
It's a thirsty killer.
Oh,
Wow.
Mark,
Man,
what's
it looks
going
like they're
on,
still
dude?
going.
Oh my God, that's my friend from back home.
Oh my
I
God,
I
I-
never told him I was doing this. I don't know how
Whoa,
he knows about this.
creepy. Wow.
No.
I wish Ian was like,
Lock
that's
him
my
up.
dad. That's
He
what I was
was
wishing.
he was one of the groomsmen at my failed wedding.
Oh, my mom
excellent.
messaged him. She said,
What'd your
"Why
mom
won't
say?
you take me to the Oscars? You're dead to me. You were a C-section, and I gave everything for you."
I'm gonna tell you what. When I get married, the Killer Groove is gonna be and the wedding. I'm like, can you
Aw,
play
dude.
this Killer Groove?
I better
song?
be a groomsman.
How great would that be? I'm gonna be like, what is this? I'm like, and I'm just screaming, combo breaker.
Cyberwolf.
Cyberwolf.
Is that one of the guys' names? I think so. Yeah.
Cyberwolf.
Saberwolf.
Saberwolf.
Saber. Oh, I feel stupid.
I don't even play that game ever. That was
I
my
miss
thing.
it.
Yeah.
I like that game. I think it's a fun game. All right, it's time for our
Are we-
final.
Yeah.
Just
The
last
goal is to
stand?
get TJ
Okay.
as misted as possible by this.
Oh God, it's hard to get this thing open. Oh boy.
Abby does a great job without it like exploding all over the place.
I'd like to take credit for it, but
Well,
I think
you're
it's
a
like,
som-
wow,
That
this
is fluorescent.
bright.
These colors.
Sommelier.
These colors.
It looks like robot piss, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like
Wait a second. How do you know what robot piss
Wow,
looks like?
this
Don't worry.
smells so
Smells like
strong.
grapefruit.
Thanks, Abby.
this looks like post-rave pee.
What? Okay, what flavor? Charged tropical strike. So
of
it must be some
course.
kind of
It's like-
pineapple.
Yeah,
I
it's
smell a
pineapple.
mango to it too.
Yeah.
Oh, just
It kind of smells like fruit stripe gum.
This is what it feels like after I drink it. My brain feels like
does.
this.
Yeah, it smells like gum.
Oh God. This is all
That's
terrible.
not bad.
I don't hate this.
I don't hate this
It,
one.
again, melted slushy.
It's the least bad, but they're all awful. Like none of it's pleasant. Like this is the least bad, but
Yeah, but like the more I drink of them, the more they're kind of like warming up to me. I'm like kind of okay with it.
I think we have the same palate.
Abby, don't
We're
go down the
fine.
hole.
It's
don't become a
trash.
game
Yeah.
field
I love
junkie.
trash.
No, don't
But I'm
go
a real
field.
gamer. This is
You are.
it calls to me.
My brain feels like it's doing this.
Are you a PC gamer?
No,
Xbox?
not at all.
Xbox,
I
PS4.
have every console.
Switch.
I don't. I have a Mac and I have Boot Camp on it, so I can play PC games.
That's what killed my Mac.
Really?
Yeah, like well, not like right away, but like I put so much strain on my MacBook Pro
Yeah.
with the boot camps and everything, and it was just like, no more, man. We're
Did you
done
see
here.
in the chat? Liz wrote, "Liz, my girlfriend Liz goes, TJ, if your piss stains the toilet, if you're
Oh my god, it's like when you have to get it's like when you have to when they like give you like the radioactive stuff when you have to drink it so they can trace it, and you have
That's what
to
we
like
just
you can't pee inside for like a week.
Oy. It's foul. Well,
Yeah.
what a fun time.
I'm
we've
actually gonna drink
had.
more of this one.
Ah,
I liked it, unless you want it.
No, I'm okay.
are you sure?
Yeah,
They
it's
look
all
like
yours.
Taylor-
Thank
Taylor
you
home
so
is a
much.
special
So
guest.
you have an
Wow.
Xbox. Let's play Apex
Okay.
soon.
Oh,
Let's
play
do it.
Apex Legends. We have to be drinking this though, guys.
Okay.
TJ can carry us.
No, are you out of
Yeah.
your mind? Do you know what it is to play with me? Oh, here's this. I need a scope. What is this?
And then I give it to you.
You
like,
do.
Yeah.
I was playing with my friend Dalton, who's a friend of the
Yeah,
show.
sure.
And he's like, they're really good.
He's
And
like the
I was
gamer score king.
Yeah,
that
he's
kid.
so good. And I was like, he's like, I'll carry you this game. Like, it's a favor. And I'm like, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Dalton.
He's younger than me, too. He's like 24. And I'm like 36. Like, help me, kid. Like a grizzled veteran.
And for anyone listening, what do you recommend for people to play next? What are you gonna play
Oh.
next?
I mean, as far as like new games that are coming out, or
New,
just in
old,
general?
whatever you want.
I will say I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley on the Switch. Sorry, Ian. And have gotten hooked on it. I will say when you get into it, know that there are a few hours where you're still figuring stuff out and it probably won't click. And then eventually it'll click and you'll be addicted to it like I
I
currently am.
preferred Animal Crossing.
I mean, I love Animal
Yeah.
Crossing, but I also think they're completely different games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying on surface base level,
Yes.
you're farming.
I mean, no, I love Animal
Yeah.
Crossing, but that
I
game
couldn't get
is-
into Stardew because I'm not patient and
Right.
yeah.
Yes. It requires some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was because like in Stardew, I wanted that sort of Animal Crossing thing of like, I want to pull all my weeds. I want to kind of make my farm
want the
look
golden
nice
axe.
immediately,
Yeah.
and you can't for a long time. So it took a while to get used to that, but now I'm used to it. I'm like, okay, I know.
But
what
it's a
I want.
chill game if you just want to
It's
watch
great.
a TV show and like manage your farm. It's,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I'm never a big management person.
no.
No,
I can
I'm
tell.
a nightmare.
Yeah.
Look at how I run this show into the ground. I have zero management skills. I feel like my brain's on fire.
Yeah, this input was terrible.
I closed the soundboard. No. This is great. Abby, where can people find you if you want them to follow you on Twitter or anything like that? If you want, if you don't want to, it's
Great.
fine.
They can follow me on Twitter. They can look up Abby Russell, which is my name, or my handle, which is at YBBAAABBY, or at my job, giantbomb.com.
Nice.
I didn't realize you can spell your name on the buttons on the
Well,
controller.
thank you so much, by the way. We're all big fans of Giant Bomb. We've been reading it for a
Yes.
long
Thank
time.
you so, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
you-
Remember when you
we're-
called me Allie at first?
No, I said,
Great
yeah.
job, Joe.
But I did. I'm the only one that read the article.
This is true.
Yeah, and I went back to look
Some
as
of
much.
us
And
read
You
it.
do
I-
a lot of
just
the
weren't
podcasts. I
obnoxious about it.
noticed.
Yes.
That's what it mostly you do. Yeah.
That's yes.
I
it's
found this
some of what
website
I
like
do.
Mudrack, and it like listed all your.
Yeah, that's not the most accurate thing,
Yeah.
but yes.
I tried. Is
I'd
what's
say we
important.
primarily do streams, but we do have
Very
podcasts.
cool.
I think our podcasts are what reach the widest audience.
What do you guys do
but-
on your streams? mostly?
It depends. Sometimes we have streams. Like right now, I have a stream where each week I just play through Resident Evil 2.
The new
Oh,
one.
nice.
Did you love it?
I do. I've never
Yeah.
played. I haven't really played. I think I played Resident Evil 5 and not really any of the other ones.
Yeah.
So, I played the beginning of 7 in VR, which was
That was
very
awesome.
scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, but anyway, but sometimes they're just like, hey, we're just gonna play through a game, and other times it's like we're actually gonna. Like,
So have you
sort of
beaten
gamify
Resident
a
Evil 2
thing.
yet?
No.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
I can only play a couple hours a week.
Leon or
basically.
Claire?
I'm starting with Claire.
Cool.
Yeah.
I S
gotta
ranked it
play
with
Claire
her, and
still.
she was really fun. So
Yeah.
I still have to play that. I still have to
It's
beat
great. I
a
really
really
love
great
it.
game.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It also like as someone who hasn't played the original, like it feels like
I
very
played
modern.
I played the original, and it feels completely new to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I played the OG too, and
Yeah.
I have to. I'm at a boss that I just have anxiety. I don't want to fight him.
So I have to come over. You close your eyes, and I'll beat it, and then you'll
I
be
did
done.
that with Ninja Gaiden. That my friend Chris had to come over and beat a boss, the second boss. I was like, I can't do this, and he did it. And he goes, "Hey, here you go. I beat the boss." And I'm like, "Thanks, Chris." And then he left. He goes, "Do you play it anymore?" I was like, "No, I sold it. I just sold the game because I was like, the second boss is this hard."
It's the PSP all over again.
Was it like
Yeah.
the
snake
bone
that-
dragon?
No,
thing?
whatever the subway tunnel
Oh,
snake
yes,
was.
sure.
I died like 10 times in a row, and then tried like every day, and I was like, I can't do this.
That game was criminal.
Dude, it was awful. Cool. So you can follow the radio show at Unlimited SXM. We do this every Tuesday. The episode released for the podcast every Monday is the TV show on this Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Unlimited Lives Radio. And that's for Unlimited Lives TV, which me and Joe and Ian do. And it's great. You can follow me at TJ Del Reno, all on social media. Thank you so much for coming, everyone.
Thank you.
Follow me at Rex Saucy.
You can follow Ian at Rex Saucy. Joe, you can follow at Unlimited Lives Radio on Instagram or on Instagram as Ferris McFly. Joe streams from the Twitch channel as well. And so do I. I feel like I'm getting a fever from drinking
Yeah,
all
I'm
these.
starting to get jittery.
Yeah, I'm getting like, I didn't even have any of it. And I'm like,
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it, man. It's kicking in.
I'm afraid when I take a piss, steam's going to come out or something like weird and gross.
it's gonna be the same thing that happens when we open it.
It's like, there's no piss. And someone's like, follow the tutorial. I'm like, get out of here, Mountain Dew. Great. Thank you so much, guys. See ya.